This top assassin is retiring, but his boss won't pay him his $8 million pension. So, he sends his company's top assassination team after Duncan. The team searched Duncan's properties. They found no trace of Duncan. Finally, they found a couple of bills for $200,000 donated to charity, all of which had been transferred from a bank in a remote mountain village. The team immediately went to the front of the bank and started taking turns watching. Soon enough, Duncan appeared on camera. The team sent a woman to pretend to have car trouble. Duncan stops when he sees this. The woman said she had car trouble. Her cell phone is dead. She can't call her friends or family, meaning she wanted to go to Duncan's place. In fact, Duncan was already suspicious of her, but he wanted to know who had been trying to assassinate him. So he agreed to the beautiful woman's request. After arriving at Duncan's house, the beauty immediately called the team to inform them. She told them the location of this place. When the assassination team got the information and quickly surrounded the place. Then the sniper found the right moment to pull the trigger, but the bullet hit the pretty girl. It turns out Duncan had already figured out their trick. The pretty girl beside him had been reporting her position. Duncan kills her with an axe. When the team rushed into the house, Duncan has disappeared without a trace, but Duncan was already behind the sniper. He kills him with a single shot. Then he grabbed his sniper rifle. He killed the entire assassination team in the hut. The owner of the company was furious. When he found out that the team had been killed, he was furious. He vowed to kill Duncan at all costs. Duncan found out that his neighbor had been taken. This neighbor is the orphan Duncan has been helping. In order to get to the bottom of this, Duncan found his old retired comrade from the mouth of his old friend. The reason why he killed him was because the company didn't want to give him $8 million in pension. The old friend also guessed the neighbor may have been kidnapped by the company and used her to threaten Duncan because Duncan's neighbor is the only thing that matters to him. After learning the truth, Duncan decided to rescue his neighbor. When he was about to part with his old friend, he was assassinated by his old friend. This boss, in order not to give his men $8 million of pension, he tied up his man Duncan. He even brought in all kinds of torture instruments. He tortured Duncan for 3 days, although it's very cruel, but the cuts were not fatal. On the 4th day, just as the enemy approached, Duncan overpowered him, and the boss outside the door heard the screams coming from inside. Scared and fled. Duncan saw this and chased him all the way. After that, Duncan used his last strength. He came to a woman's house. She's an arms dealer and the one person Duncan trusts the most. Duncan borrowed a cell phone from the woman. He immediately called the boss of the company. He said he'd trade his life for his neighbor's. He fainted right after he said that. When he woke up the next day, the woman had cleaned up his wounds. After a few days of rest, Duncan asked the peddler to supply him with a large amount of heavy weaponry. He loaded up a truck full of them. Duncan then drove to an abandoned factory. He set up all the heavy weapons he was carrying. He immediately called his boss. The female assistant also reviewed her location on purpose. In less than a minute, a large number of armed troops have arrived here. The boss is watching the scene from his camera, waiting for a good show to happen. At this moment, the army doesn't know they're in danger. Duncan wants to let his assistant live for old time's sake, but she thinks Duncan is already dead. She just ignored him. In just 10 seconds, all the armed troops were wiped out. The boss was stunned when he saw this. At this moment, the boss wanted to call for help, but Duncan was already behind him. In the end, Duncan rescued his neighbor. After a few days of recuperation, he woke up slowly. That day, Duncan saw his donation bill in bed and a newspaper story from years ago. As for the incident, Duncan had a lifetime of regrets. Years ago, Duncan was on a mission when he received false information, which led to the accidental killing of a family. The neighbor was the only survivor of the family. She was already pointing her gun at him. Duncan had his eyes closed, waiting to be shot. He was willing. In the end, the neighbor couldn't do it. And that's the end of the story. We'll see you next time.